Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, everybody out there? It's been a long time, guys. I know it's been a long time. But I am Kwame Nakomi, and welcome back to Kwame Nakomi World for an exclusive breaking news story. I know I didn't get to check in with you guys yesterday after the game, but before the game, but we had a great win. We swept the Sacramento Kings 4 times for the whole entire year, so we beat them all year. And also, I was of course looking in on a couple of players there. I was watching to see what Malik Monk and what De'Aaron Fox looked like in that game last night, because obviously there's somebody that we are all kind of looking into and looking at, and wondering if the Lakers might do a trade. But this morning we just got a bomb, of course, a Shams bomb. This morning, the Lakers have agreed or are working to finish. No, they have agreed. As far as Shams Charania has stated, I'm gonna learn, guys. I'm sorry to drop in information here and there, basically. But anyway, you probably have seen it already yourself. The Lakers have agreed to a trade sending D'Angelo Russell and Maxwell Lewis and three second round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. Sources tell ESPN. Hello, hello, what's going on with you, Reese? How you doing, my dude? And my man Craig. Welcome in, guys. I really appreciate you for coming in. Go ahead, make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the channel. I know I love to talk with my peoples online, but go ahead and drop that like. It will really help the channel. But tell me, you guys, in the chat, what do you think about this trade? I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I'm gonna go ahead and respond to what you guys think as you drop information in the chat. But I think it's a good trade. I'm gonna tell you why. I know I heard about that they were that the Grizzlies, as of yesterday, I saw that the Grizzlies were looking into trading for then Finney Smith for Dorian Finney-Smith. But I was just like, dang, how are you gonna let this team come in and take a good player that we really could have really used? And another thing that came to mind yesterday when I was watching the game, I was just like, God, do we really want to disrupt all this great chemistry and having to get De'Aaron Fox? We would definitely have to give up our Austin. And I'm sorry, I don't want to give up Austin. You're going to need that. He is the point guard we've been waiting for. Although he is not this lockdown, drop 50 points point guard, he is that well-rounded point guard that we need, that is not afraid of the big moments, to drop an assist at the right time, to take the shot at the right time, to drive to the hole at the right time, to defer at the right time. And he understands when it's this time that's for you. Just go for broke and just go for yourself. You know what I mean? That's why I like Austin so much. And I represent with my Austin jersey on today, because my man, for the last 2 games, he showed his ass the last 2 games. And I was like, it would be a shame to have to get rid of him, to have to get rid of Dalton Connect, to have to get rid of Rui Hachimura, who is finally actually doing his goddamn thing. I mean, it would just be a shame to have to waste and take away all those little pieces for one dude. And then we have to replace all those little pieces with what? People who we had to wait until after they wave them off the team, or we got to give up a whole bunch for them. I was looking at the stats. I'm going to go ahead and look at the stats and tell y'all what I see from Dorian Finney-Smith. Obviously, he's a great shooter. He's a great defender. He's a power forward, which we are actually light right now in our rotation for his power forwards, especially when Braun is basically out. Him and Hachimura are only 2 power forwards. Then you get back Shake Milton back, who he's definitely a decent scorer. He's a shooting guard, 6'5", not small. You're not a small shooting guard. Although Dorian Finney-Smith, he's a little 31 years old, but we could work with that. We could work with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with this trade. Let me find out how y'all feel about this trade. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what y'all doing, what's going on with you. He said, thank God. This is Reese. He said, thank God, D'Lo gone. Look, D'Lo's gone, people. D'Lo is officially gone. And back to Brooklyn, which I think is interesting, because I always kind of felt like sooner or later he would probably end up back in Brooklyn sooner or later. That's first people who gave him that big ass contract, and we were led to us having to drop money. You know what I mean? Bad teams don't got nobody else to give the money to. They go ahead and give this money to somebody who's pretty okay, and then they trade him and get pieces. That's just the way the world goes. I'm sorry, guys, for knocking the mic right there. So, but hey, D'Lo is finally gone. You know what I mean? Women won, but Lord, you always on time. Exactly. Lord he's always on time. But I'm finally doing his damn job and making the right move. I mean, tell me out there, you guys, do you really feel like the Lakers really needed another star right now? If it worked perfectly at the beginning of the season, fine. Okay, we can make that work. We can make it work into the chemistry at the beginning of the season. Middle of the season, we're in fifth place, and we want to shake that all up to get a star. And who knows if he's gonna work? At least Austin is putting his ass out there defending. I mean, it's not saying that he's doing a great job, but he's doing the best that he can. And I mean, hey, don't act like there ain't a whole bunch of point guards out here right now in this league who don't know how to play a god dang lick of defense. White, black, brown, Asian, Puerto Rican, Asian, whatever they are. There are some point guards out there who don't play no defense. I'd rather have one of those who actually can see the entire court, who is completely trusted by the two stars on the floor. He's the third leading scorer on the team. He is one of the man's people who everybody on the team who trusts, including the coach. Everybody loves him. Papa de Lemon. Come on. I mean, that's what it is. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Reese, man. Hey, sometimes people got to take breaks, you know what I mean? And sometimes, people don't have a little bit too much more to add, compared to everybody else's coverage. And then, I mean, hey, you know me, I plug in on my Dan, the Laker fans, of course. My Dan, shout out to you and everybody out there. And, and I watch my other people out there, but, I had to jump on with this one because I've been waiting for real news, real Laker news. I hope y'all out there having a great holiday weekend after the holiday. You know what I mean? Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa to everyone out there. However you celebrate, or if you decide not to celebrate and just hang out with your family, I hope you had a very happy and safe day. Trust me, the boys is out. Watch when you speeding. Lord knows I stepped out the day after to go get something for my daughters, for something I bought my daughter for Christmas, and I got pulled over within a couple of streets of my house, but thank goodness they let me off with it. They let me off with a warning. I'll take it. But please be safe out there, everybody. Please be safe out there, and I hope y'all all had a good time. Absolutely great upgrade, Craig. Completely agree with you. Great upgrade. Reese also said, "I'm with you. Don't give up, Austin." He can't give up Austin, son. As I always said, it's one thing when you're a shooter. And we've seen it a million times. Great shooters come to LA and the lights is too bright. Our greatest shooters for the Lakers have been homegrown shooters. I mean, yeah, once in a while you get the Horry, you get you get the Robert Ory's, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, those great shooters are here and they grow up with it from their rookies. So the lights are not too bright. We're gonna have Connect and Reeves basically growing up, two shooters, not afraid for LA and just doing to do nothing but make LA proud. Love it, baby. Don't give up that chemistry. Honestly, I would have loved to keep Rui. I would love to keep Rui, but he was the only other person that I would say was on my eye. If we all have to trade him, we have to trade him. But I didn't want to give up. Obviously not Bron or AD. Bron is gonna walk up into the sunset when we do. We don't need to shake that apple cart before it needs to be shaken. And Austin Reeves and Connect because he's going to be there for the future. And I was going to be cool if Rui had to go, but I like having Rui. I think Rui's a great, great asset for us, and he's going to be good going into the playoffs. And yes, I say playoffs because the Lakers are going to be running, and nobody's going to want to face the Lakers in the playoffs. I said it. Please tell me, anybody who actually don't mind playing the playoffs, but playing the Lakers in the playoffs are below us in the standings. Sit down there and fight it out, son. Sit down there and fight it out. Well, knock on wood that we're not going to be down there fighting it out with them. But hey, we're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it rolling. That's how we're going to do. We just need a big now. Agree with you completely, Reese. We just need a big. Plain simple. We got a wing and a backup guard. I mean, hey, honestly, I would have threw Gabe in there just as a piece. I don't know what Gabe is really doing to help us right now. And obviously he just got hurt in the hip with the hip. I mean, he did some good things here and there. That's great. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think Gabe moves the needle that much. But I mean, hey, we got two great things. We got two great players. We kept everybody else for 3 second-round picks. We don't need no more 3 second-round picks. Let them have all those second-round picks so we don't have to hear with no kind of drama about who we pick over who in the second round, who nobody matters like that in the second round. Hell, Austin came undrafted. Hey, Sometimes you got to look further than that. I think the Lakers are a better scouting team that we have to worry about second rounders. You know what I'm saying? But they could have the next three. They could have the second rounds for the next three. We just need a big now. Exactly, Reese. We just need a big now, and I hope that. I mean, hey, would you guys be okay if we give up a first rounder for a big? Let's see. Tell me what you think. If we give up a first rounder, do you think we could get a good big, or which big would you like to see us get? Obviously, Kessler is off the market as far as Utah says. They're probably waiting for that old Stifle Tower kind of trade foolishness. Y'all not getting all that. Not for no damn Rudy Gobert. That's crazy. Not off the Lakers. Nope. We never needed another star. Agree completely with you, Reese. We don't need exactly. We don't want to be like Phoenix, top heavy and don't got nobody on the bench. Right now, we got a good bait. We got a good rotation bench. Our players who don't play as great defense gives us what we want on offense, and we have defenders that come in. You know, I mean, come on. And Dorian Finney-Smith could give you some points. He's averaging 10 points right now. I think Shake's averaging 15, 12 right now or something like that. Give me a second. Let me find let me find what's going on with them right now. Give me 2 seconds for y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Do. Let me see if they. Nope. Give me 2 seconds, guys. My bad, people. Pop-ups keep on messing with me, man. Okay, Dorian Finney-Smith. Right now, currently, he is averaging. No, that was what's the name? Let me see. What's going on with the averages? I can't see the averages. Right now, he's averaging 10.4 points, 4 rebounds, and I'm sure he could get more rebounds than that, and 1.6 assists. It's not crazy, but it's not bad. And he's giving you 45.9% from the field. I get it. I take it. You know what I mean? He's not a big 3-point shooter, and we don't want him to be. We don't need him to be. A big 3-point shooter. But he'll shoot it. He was 50% two games out of the last 3. Matter of fact, the game against Memphis, he was 5 of 8 from the 3. Come on, baby. 19 points. We could take that. We could use that with a defender, as a 6'7" defender, 31 years old, but we might not need him for too long. And I mean, hey, depending on what's going on, we get the help for this year and we see what goes on later. Let's go ahead and let me see what that cap hit look like. Brooklyn cap hit. Dorian Finney-Smith, he gets $14 million this year. And $15 million is a player option, I believe. Yeah, $15 million as a player option next year. So we might actually find ourselves in a little bit of a bind, but we might need that extra defender next year, because you never know what's going on with Vando. Vando's still not back. So we can't put all our eggs in that basket. You know what I'm saying? And so we also got Shake Milton. Shake Milton's giving you is barely a cap hit. You know what I'm saying? Shake Milton is $2 million this year. Next year, $3 million. Next year, after that is a $3 million hit. So if we have to trade him or throw him into something, we could do that. Back to Shake. Let me see what Shake's stats are, guys. Let me just go over some Shake Milton's stats right now. Come on now, what's going on with this? Brooklyn, there we go. Shake Milton. Currently, he was starting in the last game against San Antonio. He started for them. Currently, he is averaging 7 points, 1 rebound, almost 2 rebounds, and 2 assists with 46% from the field. He is a 28-year-old shooting guard, and he is 6'5". Okay, so we get two serviceable players. Let me see what his recent games look like. His recent games, he had 16 against San Antonio. He had 20 against Milwaukee. Not a lot, nothing to talk about. He was 50% during that game. He was 66% during the game against Milwaukee. Only 4 minutes in 4 points in 19 minutes against Miami. But then he had 11 and 12. I mean, hey, that's basically giving you Gabe's production. Let Gabe sit down and see how we can acclimate that next new team in there. You know what I'm saying? Let me see steals. Okay. He had let's see, at least 5 steals in the last 4 games. I'll take that. Shake. 5 steals in the last 4 games. That means he has active hands. You know what I'm saying? He has active hands. And that's something that we definitely need. Dorian Finney-Smith let's see what he did defensively in the last couple games. He had 2 blocks against Toronto. A steal pretty much in every damn game. 9 rebounds in the last game. I mean, hey, we could use a guy like that. We could use a guy like that. Definitely, of course, Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be there for defense, and it's just about time, just right, just in the right time for us to get for us to get somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Surprise. Craig said a surprise move by sleeper Palinka. I mean, he better keep one up his sleeve. That's all I got to say, because at the end of this year, if he didn't do nothing by trade season, I was going to say, you know what, he needs to go. I'm not saying that he don't. I need to see what happens for the rest of the season, but I'll tell you this much. He definitely needs to stay on his P's and Q's. I like the fact that this was a small move around the edges, and that's exactly what I was looking for in the last game. You know, just the moves around the edges. You know what I'm saying? Now we just need a center, and we be ready for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? We 5th seed exactly. By the way, people, absolutely. Isn't Smith a starter? Dorian Finney-Smith is a starter. He is a starter, but I don't know if he's going to be starting because we would have who would we sit if Dorian Finney-Smith starts? I mean, would we put Rui on the bench to play with who? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel Rui plays better off the starting, and also I think that he's earned it over the past couple years to keep his starting role, unless we have some serious issues that we need to attend to as far as lineups and rotations. You know what I mean? Depending on what big, if it was Kessler, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But if it's Jonas, I'm good on Jonas Valanciunas. I'm good on all of you Chunases and Vox and all that stuff like that. So unless it's Jokic, I can't. They're just big and they give you double doubles, but they get boxed. You could bully them. We don't need. I will go with a Robert Williams. I need somebody who is not here for the light shit. They're not gonna be standing here getting bullied. That's what I need. You know what I'm saying? D'Lo absolutely was not consistent. He was definitely not consistent. Even the game, I mean, he hurt his thumb, so I'm not sure. I'm not going to basically completely, shit on him for that. He made some decent plays in this last game yesterday too, but at the same time, he was very lackadaisical, making mistakes here and there that just didn't need to be done. Have you noticed? It seems as if the Lakers didn't care about the in-season tournament, because afterwards we won like it was small change, you know what I'm saying? He was just like they did what they had to do. If they was in a position, they just wasn't going to sacrifice and mortgage the entire season just to win the in-season tournament like they did last year. But at the same time, I think we're in a better position and have a better system put together to be able to adjust the little things here and there. One injury didn't collapse the whole entire season, you know what I mean? Because just like last year, AD didn't get hurt. Braun didn't get hurt, but a couple of people here and there got hurt, and it collapsed. The whole season imploded. That's not cool. You know what I mean? And I still say Ham was trash. I still say Ham was a trash ass coach. Period. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Reese also said, you imagine when we keep the starting lineup and we have Shake Milton and Finney-Smith on the bench along with Dalton. Absolutely. That's what we just needed, a little bit of shade, little things here and there. You know what I'm saying? Because we have 2 stars. We don't need 3 stars, because Braun is going to be here unless somebody was planning on giving us a star. Unless somebody was planning on giving us a star, it wasn't going to be worth it. Shake a good ball handler. I'll take it. I just thought about that. Gabe may be out of here. He probably is. He has a good amount of we promised him a good amount of money, so we could throw him in the package. Gabe, JHS, and somebody. We obviously don't need Christian Wood. He ain't gonna be nobody's help. He's not gonna help nobody anyway. Craig says, great moves. Rob's saving his job. Lord, no, I was calling for his job. Just needed a big man. Absolutely. Still need a big to deal with Denver and Boston. I mean, hey, it is what it is. We're going to have that. We're going to basically, I feel like it would be absolute malpractice if he stopped here and didn't pick up another center. The sooner the better. Just so we could get that cohesive chemistry going already as soon as possible before we go into the next the next year and go down the back nine. You know what I mean? So, all right. I'm glad we had a great 2 wins. We're in the second place in this. We're in second place. I'm glad about that. About the here finally that we're making some moves and we're actually taking this season seriously. I don't know how much more Rob Pelinka felt like he needed to see to show that we were actually going to show that we were serious about winning this season and putting forth effort on a daily basis, on a game basis. We are up to 18 wins and 13 losses. If we had that in the East, we'd be fourth. Yes, we'd be fourth in the East. Right now, we're fifth in the West, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. That's for you, Rob. That's for you. Absolutely. Here we go. Okay, so we got some next. Oh, let me go ahead and put this W next to this Sacramento win. Next game we have is on the day after LeBron's birthday is the Cleveland game. We're away. No, we're home at Cleveland, and we're home against Portland, and then we're home against Atlanta. I feel like we should definitely be able to win 2 of the 3 of those games. Especially if Bron is back. We should be able to win 2 or 3 of those games. If not Bron, we win all 3 if Bron decides to basically just, let Cleveland know that I'm still your daddy. Not easy to do because Cleveland, obviously, it's Cleveland right now. It's not Cleveland back in the day. But I'm glad we won that game. I'm mad that we lost that game against Detroit, or else we'd right now be in the middle of a 6-game winning streak. But it's not all going to happen the way you want it. Of course, like I said again, real quick before I leave, great game against Sacramento last night. I thought that we could definitely have blow them out even more. We made a lot of bad defensive decisions, and we didn't give as the best defensive efforts, but we did what we had to do. They had 3 people in their team in the 20s: Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, of course, and DeMar DeRozan. But we kind of we got Sabonis in foul trouble early, and that's one of the main things that did it for us. We also showed up ourselves, 36 points, 15 rebounds, and 8 assists for AD, 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks for Rui. Gabe Benson only played 7 points before he got hit. He had a hip injury. We got, of course, 16 points from Max Christie, dropping threes, 3 of 5 from 3. Austin Reeves, 3 of 4 from 3. And he dropped 16 assists. That is his career high in assists. Of course, he was going to need that with Bron being out, but he rises to the occasion. Don't connect with the big comeback day, being 2 of 5 from 3. But he was driving it in. He was dunking it. He was doing everything he could to help out. And he ended up with 18 points. D'Lo had 9 points. Koloko came through with some good defensive effort with 4 points. But Cam Reddish did some okay. He got a little dinged up, but he came back in, gave us 2 points. Austin Reeves was the man, as per usual. You know what I mean? So it was a good day. Yesterday was a good day, guys. Yesterday was a good day. But I'm not going to keep y'all too long. Just wanted to check in real quick with y'all with this news. Wanted to see how y'all felt about it. Go ahead, drop a like if you haven't done so already. Holla at your girl. Next time, I will let y'all know when I come through. Just look out set your notification button so you can see when I'm coming through. So whenever I post that I'm going to have a live going on, y'all can come through and be there and be there. Darren V, what's going on with you, sir? How you doing? I heard LBJ was in Brooklyn. Haha. Yeah, nah, not that kind of Brooklyn. I mean, was he? I mean, are you dropping? Are you Shams? Are you Shams' burner? And you saying that you saw my man? What's going on there? What's going on, man? I mean, let me know if you peep somebody out there. You saw him walk through the Barclays Center right quick. I mean, let the girl know. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I don't know who did it, but I'm glad somebody decided to say, "Hey, Stop playing around and give us the goods. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the sense of all this subterfuge? You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead. If you either you do the Memphis job, or either you do the Memphis trade, or you do the trade with us. I kind of feel like this Dorian Finney-Smith trade was in the makings for a very long time. Personally, I kind of feel like that was gonna roll sooner or later. People have been talking it for too much, and where there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm glad that it finally happened. I'm glad that this is that the Lakers are where they are coming. Excuse me, guys. And I hope to see great things coming for that. I think that those are two players that will give us great effort, especially defensively. I think that we definitely do have some defensive holes, mostly on guard play, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes we miss like back doors when AD be out there, trying to survey the entire court. You know what I'm saying? We have those backdoor, we give up a lot of backdoor cuts and all that kind of stuff like that. So I feel like this is going to definitely, show up some holes, and I hope that they work out chemistry wise with us. So last little bit here. Well, it's a bit suspicious. Well, you know what? Let me find out. I'm gonna do some digging and find out where that whole, what Braun doing in Brooklyn. What was that about? I mean, hey, Brooklyn's a beautiful place to visit. It's my hometown. It's a beautiful place to visit. But sometimes smoke, fire. Hey, it is what it is. We could not keep both D'Lo and IR. Oh, that's a given. That's a given, Darren. Could definitely not keep both of them. It wasn't even repetitive. One gave maximum effort and could stay locked in for 90% of the game, and the other one is just like a yo-yo. He's up and he's down. He's hot and he's cold. He's in it and he's not. And so now I hope that this actually gives D'Lo some solace, if that's the right word, some peace of mind, so that he doesn't have to worry about it and just be trade deadline D'Lo. Now he could just be D'Lo. And he's back in Brooklyn, which is a great place to stay. Go ahead, get your usual spot that you used to stay at, and you could be home this summertime with your family. It is what it is. And matter of fact, bro, you can spend the rest of the year and spend the rest of the season in Brooklyn, and then you're free agent. Somebody's going to pick you up. It's not the end of D'Lo's story. You know what I mean? I think he's a decent player. He just wasn't good for us, and we just basically had a younger, more capable point guard. It is what it is. Hopefully D'Lo taught AR to feed the big guy. That's the one thing, Darren. That's the one thing. I think they're both hopeful passers. They're Make-A-Wish passers. AR threw away a bunch of balls yesterday trying to do this over the shoulder pass across court. It was crazy. They snatched several of them out of the air. You know what I mean? But he was feeding AD okay yesterday. Definitely I'd say that D'Lo is a better, pocket passer than AR, but hopefully he'll pick up that those little points and pointers and get a little better with that. But it's okay. We'll make do. So anyway, thank you guys. Yes, D'Angelo Milton, Shake Milton is shooting 46% from the field. Not bad. I want to see threes. I want to see makes. I want to see finishes around the rim. I don't want to see bombs over Baghdad. I want to see finishes around the rim. So I want to see ball security, finishes around the rim, and good defense. And I hope that both of them can bring that to the Lakers. So everybody out there, please take care of yourselves. Like the video if you haven't done so before. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Definitely coming through. I mean, I've been actually doing other work on videos. So I've been doing I'm doing some writing for some other videos that I'm coming out with soon. But I thank you so much for stopping in for this live. Hope to see you soon. Hope to see you next time. Craig, appreciate you as always. Reese, my brother, thank you so much. Darren, thank you for stopping through. I really appreciate you. Everybody out there, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Be thankful. Be thankful for just being alive, guys. Just being alive. You know what I mean? Just try to enjoy it and make the day the best that it can be. You know what I mean? Take care of yourselves. May you always find water and shade. Get out there and work on that jump shot, though, for real. Get it back wet. Cool. Holla at y'all.